Mhm. We apologize for the inconvenience caused owing to a slight technical glitch, but India Today SoSouth is back on the 2024 Lok Sabha coverage. This is the second phase of voting. First phase when it comes to the state of Karnataka, 14 out of 28 seats are going to polls today. The voting has begun and we are going to be discussing some of the really crucial details, right from key battles to key candidates and what's at stake for the BJP, Congress, JDS. Let me tell you, 2.88 crore people casting their vote across 30,602 polling stations. And let's move ahead and see. We've been told we have Sudha Murthy, who has spoken to India Today. Let's listen into what she has to say.
Today you have voted here in Bengaluru. What is the message for Bengalurians and all the South Bengaluru?
Everyone will say the same thing. Please come out, vote, express what's in your mind, and choose your leaders.
And what is the issue that Sudha Murthy looks at? Is it the candidate, the party? What does Sudha Murthy look at?
I always look at the stable government, government which will work, which will help poor people. That's always in my mind.
And usually people, because it's summer, don't turn out and it's a long weekend.
Summer you go for a hiking, summer you go for cold places. And can you not do for your country once in 5 years? You should be conscious about your country, what do you want, and what do you want to tell your leaders. So you should come out and once in 5 years, not every day.
Thank you.
Just two questions, ma'am. Joining us right now.
That was Sudha Murthy talking to us. Well, we also have the veteran ex-cricketer from the state of Karnataka, Rahul Dravid, who casted his vote. Let's listen in to what he had to say.
Today you have voted here in Bengaluru. What is the message for Bengalurians and all the South Bengaluru?
Everyone will say the same thing. Please come out.
Let's move ahead. Come back and listen to what the cricketer had to tell us. But we have one of our key candidates from a key constituency that's going to polling today, which is from Bengaluru Central, Mansoor Ali Khan, the Congress candidate, contesting against PC Mohan, who went and casted his vote today. He has spoken to us. Let's listen to what Mansoor Ali Khan from the Congress had to tell us. We have a list of people who've gone, casted their vote. We had Sudha Murthy who spoke to us. We have Rahul Dravid coming up. We have the Congress candidate Mansoor Ali Khan from Bengaluru Central, who's contesting against PC Mohan, who's casted his vote along with his father. He has spoken to us. And apart from this, let me tell you that Mansoor Ali Khan is one among the key candidates of the Bengaluru Central seat that's also going to polls today. We're focusing on the southern part of Karnataka today, 14 seats out of 28. And the focus is going to be on the old Mysuru region and the Bangalore region. We discussed and we told you how it's a key battle for BJP, JDS and the Congress. Let's listen in to Congress candidate Mansoor Ali Khan from Bengaluru Central.
मैं आज बोलना चाहता हूं कि आज दिन है जो आप भारत देश को आप एक नागरिक हैं, जाके भारी मत में वोट करें और सही कैंडिडेट हो और सही पार्टी है उसे वोट करें।
सर, आप इतने दिन से कैनवसिंग में थे, व्हाट वाज द मेजर प्रॉब्लम जो आप फेस कर रहे हैं?
जो मेजर प्रॉब्लम्स फेस कर रहे हैं, महंगाई है, फिर अनएम्प्लॉयमेंट है, और जो सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट का मिसगवर्नेंस हुआ है और जो माहौल देश में हुआ है, वो सब मुद्दे हैं।
सर, क्या लगता है ये हेट स्पीच जो हुआ रिसेंटली प्राइम मिनिस्टर मोदी से, हेट स्पीच जो हुआ, क्या आपको क्रिमिनल इंटेलिजेंस से?
प्राइम मिनिस्टर भूल गए हैं वो देश के प्रधानमंत्री हैं और बीजेपी भौखलाई गई है क्योंकि उनका एजेंडा नहीं चल रहा है। इसीलिए कोई भी प्राइम मिनिस्टर इंडिया में इतनी ऐसी बुरी तरह से स्पीच और एक कम्युनिटी को टारगेट करके स्पीच नहीं किया है।
Mansoor Ali Khan, candidate from Bengaluru Central, making that strong pitch. Why it is the Congress that needs to be, chosen this time. But now, I would like to move on and, get the veteran cricketer Rahul Dravid from the state of Karnataka, who's casted his vote.
ಎಲ್ಲ ಈಸಿ ಇದೆ, ಎಲ್ಲ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿದೆ. ಪ್ಲೀಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಬನ್ನಿ, ವೋಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ. ಒಳ್ಳೆಯ ಆಪರ್ಚುನಿಟಿ ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ನಮ್ಮ ಡೆಮೋಕ್ರಸಿಗೆ ಮುಂದೆ ತಗೊಳ್ಳೋಕ್ಕೆ. ಯಾರ್ಯಾರಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಪೂರ್ತಿ ದಿನ ಸಖತ್ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಅರೇಂಜ್ಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಪೊಲೀಸವರು ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ನೋಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಯಾಕಂದರೆ ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಪ್ಲೀಸ್ ಬನ್ನಿ, ವೋಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ, ಆಚೆ ಹೋಗಿ. ಇಷ್ಟು ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಜನ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ವೋಟಿಂಗ್ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಬ್ಯಾಂಗ್ಳೂರಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂಥರ ರೆಕಾರ್ಡ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ.
ಸರ್, ಯುವಕರು ಒಂದಿಷ್ಟು ಕಡಿಮೆ, ಕಳೆದ ಬಾರಿ ಕೂಡ ಕಡಿಮೆ ವೋಟಿಂಗ್ ಆಗಿತ್ತು.
ಇಲ್ಲ, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಜನ ಬರಬೇಕು. ನೀವು ಎಲ್ಲ ಹೇಳಬೇಕು ಜನಕ್ಕೆ ಬರಕ್ಕೆ. ಮೀಡಿಯಾದಿಂದ ನೀವು ಎಲ್ಲ ಇದು ಪ್ರಚಾರ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು.
My vote stands for my.
Right. I would like now to go and pay attention to key candidates and also the key seats. I want to connect with my colleague Mahesh. Mahesh, let's tell our viewers how this is a battle of power, prestige. We have key poll planks and discuss about which are the seats that you are eyeing and if you can tell us why. So my colleague Mahesh,
Deputy Chief Minister DK Shivkumar's brother DK Suresh is contesting against BJP's debutant cardiologist Dr. CN Manjunath. Bengaluru Rural has around 8 constituencies, including RR Nagar, Bengaluru South, Anaikal, Magadi, Ramnagara, Kanakpura, Channapatna and Kunigal. In the recently concluded assembly elections, Congress won 5 seats, BJP 2, and JDS managed to win only 1. There are around 24 lakh voters in this constituency, in which around 70% are Wakkaligas and 50%. The voter turnout was 64.89% in this constituency. Victory margin shows the dominance the DK brothers play in this constituency.
For my power to choose.
Remember, the Ramnagara is the hometown
who will be my
of
voice
DK
in the
Shivkumar and
parliament,
DK
because,
Suresh.
this is
So they
for the
hold their
country.
significant, power there in the constituency, and they used everything possible, used all their might to ensure that BJP is defeated and they maintain their dominance in the constituency. It will be very crucial for the DK brothers to retain this seat to ensure that their dominance and their power DK Shivkumar wants to wield and to realize his dreams of becoming chief minister will be realized if they manage to retain this seat. Sarah.
Right. Mahesh, when I was going through details about Bengaluru rural, Mekadatu was also one of the key issues that I read about. How this is going to be a crucial factor in terms of providing water, this reservoir. It will turn out to be like a balancing act, and how crucial it will be for the parties contesting from here to win. So would you like to tell us one of the key poll planks about the seat? What are they really contesting on? Mhm.
But as we all know, the dispute is in Supreme Court. So this DK Shivkumara's time and again said that he has already started the work and set up a office for only for Mekadatu project in Kanakpara constituency, and it will be on the track. Whoever wins from this constituency will be a bridge between the state and the center to implement this Mekadatu project. Surprisingly, even though it's very important for Bengaluru, none of the candidates has spoken mainly about it, and it will be important to see whoever wins how they will take the project forward.
Right, Mahesh. What is next on your list when it comes to a battle that we need to closely watch out?
Chief Minister H.D. Kumaraswamy is taking on the debutant Congress candidate Star Chandru, famously known as, who is a contractor and a businessman. In the last assembly elections, JDS was completely almost like a washed out in the constituency, winning merely 1 or 2 seats. Congress had managed to win maximum number of seats, and BJP lost its sole seat in KRPT. So it will be very interesting and challenging for the JDS to get back the support and get the dominance in the constituency. Understand, losing from here will be very damaging for JDS, which the party is battling this battle of survival. H.D. Devegowda, just a day before the voting, expressed his disappointment and said that the BJP leader Sumalata, who was eyeing the ticket from Mandya, was not cooperating with Kumaraswamy. She has stayed away from campaigning except for a couple of occasions, including one where PM Modi addressed a rally in Mysuru. So,
in fact, we also heard, Mahesh, just adding on to what you said, she was even invited for a meeting by HDK, in the run-up to the polls, and we were told that she didn't really take it into consideration.
He went and met Sumalata and sought her support. Later, Sumalata joined the BJP and hinting that she will be campaigning for Kumaraswamy. But what transpired after that was not expected by the NDA alliance, as Sumalata stayed away from the campaigning. And main importantly, actor Darshan, who had campaigned for Sumalata in the 2018 assembly elections, went ahead and campaigned for Congress candidate Star Chandru.
Right, Mahesh, before we can come back and continue this conversation, breaking news coming in. We have Prakash Raj, who has spoken to us, casted his vote, very popular actor politician from Karnataka, who's been very vocal on several issues, especially when it pertains to the central government. Let's listen.
My vote stands for my right, for my power to choose who represents me, who will be my voice in the parliament, because this is a vote for the country. A representative who will be in the parliament, who will represent your aspirations, who will make rules for the issues we are going through. And it is very, very important to choose a candidate, a representative whom you believe. Well, and I have voted for the candidate whom I believe, and to the manifesto they have brought in, and for the change, because in today's world, in the last decade, the hatred what we are seeing, the divisive politics what we are seeing, I think we need the change, and I voted for the change.
Right. That was Prakash Raj talking to us about casting his vote. Let me tell you, this actor politician has been very, very vocal in speaking about several issues pertaining to the central government. He's taken a very hard stance against the Hindutva ideology, let's not forget, and he's been strongly championing for a country where we run on the plank of development. Let us move ahead and see what next do we have in terms of the Karnataka elections. Polling in full swing across 14 seats, which are going to polls today out of the 28. And let's not forget, we are focusing on the old Mysuru region, Bangalore region, southern part of Karnataka in focus today. And before we can go ahead and see who are the people that we have, I just want to give you some key information of the people who've come forward and casted their vote. Some of the candidates who've come forward and casted their vote today, we have Padmaraj Pujari. We had Prakash Hegde, who casted his vote. This is the Congress MP candidate from Udupi-Chikkamagaluru. Not just this, if I have to give you a little details about Padmaraj Pujari, is a Congress candidate in Dakshina Kannada. Apart from these two politicians, we've also been told that we had Sudhamurthy, Rahul Dravid, who came and casted their vote. We also spoke to Bengaluru Central candidate Mansoor Ali Khan, who came and casted his vote and spoke to us. Moving on, we have Prakash Raj talking to my colleague Anaga Keshav. Let's listen into what he had to say.
Well, Bengaluru is going for polls. This is the first stage of elections. 14 seats are up for grabs. People have come here very early in the morning to vote, to exercise their franchise. That's the kind of importance that the people of Bengaluru Central are showing us. If I can just ask my camera person Shagun to pan and show the number of people across all age groups who have gathered here, people who are 80 plus, 70 plus, and people who are as young as 20-year-olds who are going to be exercising their franchise for the first time, have gathered here early in the morning. A very, very, very telling tale. If I can just take you, I also have with me actor Prakash Raj. Sir, you're here early in the morning to exercise your franchise. Are you enjoying your dance of democracy?
Yes, I'm in my school, the school I studied in. Yeah, it's my classrooms, yeah.
So what are the issues that you're going to be voting for? Because on your Twitter, you're very active about democracy and how important it is to exercise your franchise and to save democracy. What are your issues, sir?
Your question has the answer in it. Yes, it's to save democracy, it's for harmony, it's for the future.
And why? So why is it precisely, do you think, our democracy is at stake? Why is it that you have to say?
I think you should talk to me after the voting, because there are a lot of people I don't want to influence by talking.
So one final question. Would you want to, encourage more voters to come and vote early in the morning? Because you've showed up, you are one of the first ones to come and vote.
It's very important to vote, especially to the young voters. I request them, because you will know the joy and the liberation you get and the power you get when you exercise your vote. Because your representative should be chosen by you, because he's going to represent you, he's going to talk your voice will be heard with that. So please come out and vote. This is one important day in your life.
All right, thank you so much, sir. So that was actor Prakash Raj, a veteran actor at that. He says that the reason why he's going to be casting his vote is for democracy. Because, when it comes to Bengaluru, it's the urban voter apathy that has always grappled the state. Despite the fact that Bengaluru is always populated with the urban, the employed, the educated, the vote. Well, Bengaluru is going for polls. This is the first stage of elections. 14.
Let's connect with my colleague Mahesh. Mahesh, Prakash Raj has just exclusively spoken to my colleague Anaga Keshav, and he is somebody who contested as an independent the previous Lok Sabha elections. If you can throw some light and tell us a little bit about this interesting personality.
Prakash Raj is
My
one
vote stands for my right,
who has been
for my power
completely
to choose
proved his
who
worth
represents me,
in the film
who will
industry.
be my voice
but
in the
it's a
parliament,
completely
because,
different
this is a
ball
vote
game
for the
when
country.
it comes to politics.
A representative who
A
will be in the
well-known
parliament,
critic
who
of
will
Prime Minister
represent
Narendra
your
Modi,
aspirations,
Prakash Raj
who will
contested as an independent candidate in 2019 Lok Sabha Bengaluru Central constituency. But what was shocking was he only managed to get just 28,906 votes. That is 2.441% of the total electorate that cast during the last elections. So that shows whoever it is, Bengaluru votes in a different way when it comes to Lok Sabha elections than the assembly elections. This is not the only instance. I can give you one more instance of as an independent candidate from Bengaluru South constituency. Remember, Captain Gopinath was the chairman of Deccan Aviation, one of the India's lowest aircraft carrier. So he was backed by like businessmen like Kiran Majumdar and all bigwigs of Karnataka. But what in the end, he faced a humiliating defeat, and the then BJP candidate Anand Kumar managed to win with a huge margin. So this shows that the voter mentality in Bengaluru and how it works. If you don't work on the ground, then of course you will not be rewarded. So that the message that comes there. So Prakash Raj definitely has been targeting PM Modi, but when he contested and tasted the defeat in the last elections, he has stayed away from politics. So it will be interesting to see how the Bengaluru Central votes this time around, where sitting MP PC Mohan is taking on Mansur Ali Khan in the constituency.
Absolutely, Mahesh. Mahesh, we want to move on and talk about Jai Prakash Hegde. A very veteran, he's a politician who's rejoined the Congress from the BJP recently, casted his vote in Udupi-Chikkamagaluru. Let us talk a little bit about this candidate. Now, from what I know, Mahesh, he began his political career as an advocate. He was elected to the State Legislative Assembly 3 times as an independent from Brahmavara constituency and also served as a minister for port and fisheries. And he's been, dilly-dallying so much. He left the Congress, went to the BJP, had some issues there, came back to the Congress. Now, before we can go and discuss more on this issue, let's listen into what Jai Prakash Hegde. We'll come back to that. But if you can tell us a little bit about the Udupi-Chikkamagaluru seat. Some details on that, Mahesh.
Sure, Sarah. Udupi-Chikkamagaluru has been a bastion of BJP, and winning over there for the Congress, it's a humongous task. And speaking about Jai Prakash Hegde, he has been a former MP and MLA and as well as minister. During the assembly elections, I had the opportunity to interview Jai Prakash Hegde when he was the OBC Commission chairman. So that time there was also speculation that he was about to go to Congress and contest from the Udupi Assembly constituency. But that time he had told me that I'm in the fag end of my career and I had no intention of contesting the elections. So, but suddenly, just immediately after he submitted his socio-economical survey, the popularly called as caste census report to Chief Minister Siddaramaiah in the month of February, he jumped from BJP to Congress, and immediately within a week he was given a ticket to contest against Kota Srinivas Pujari of the BJP. So definitely one thing we need to understand here is Jai Prakash Hegde has his own fan following in Udupi, because as a Minister of Fisheries, he has done a lot of good work there. So he has his own fan base apart from the Congress own voter base. So it will be interesting to see whether he will be able to wrest the seat from the BJP. And one more interesting thing, Sarah, here is Kota Srinivas Pujari, who hails from Bengaluru, is contesting for the first time for the Lok Sabha elections. He is the sitting MLC of the BJP, and he is also the leader of opposition in the Legislative Council. It was not expected that he would get a ticket, but after a lot of opposition to the sitting MP Shobha Karandlaje, BJP had to move her to Bengaluru North and replace the BJP candidate there. One more candidate, Pramod Madhuraj, who was with the Congress earlier, had just joined the BJP just before the assembly elections in 2023, was also one of the for a ticket, but BJP gave a surprise and gave a ticket to Kota Srinivas Pujari. So this coastal town will be constituency will be very interesting to watch out for. You'll have to see in which way the voters will choose their candidate.
That was a very interesting analysis of, what you've told us about Udupi-Chikkamagaluru. Moving on, we also have visuals that have come in, Mahesh, of Padmaraj Pujari. The Congress candidate in Dakshina Kannada. He's casted his vote. And, if you can... Is Dakshina Kannada this Karnataka elections?
Well, Sarah, we all know what Dakshina Kannada is called. The Hindutva
Yes.
laboratory of the RSS of the BJP. So that implies that it's a bastion of the BJP, and even coming closer to BJP is very difficult task for the Congress. But we never know what's in the voters' mind. Especially the Karnataka voters have always thrown a surprise whenever it comes to the elections. They have always elected alternative governments for the past 24 years in the assembly elections, but always voted for a different party in the center. So it will be interesting to see how it will be, how the voters will decide. Interestingly, the BJP has denied a ticket to the sitting MP Nalin Kumar Katil after his disastrous outing as the state president.
And I was just going through this seat of Dakshina Kannada. Like you said, it's the RSS BJP's Hindutva laboratory. But we've been told that the Padmaraj Pujari, the Congress candidate, and BJP's captain Brijesh Chauta are newbies in this region. And apparently Congress is mounted on the spirited campaign where it's a Bilava candidate against a BJP's Bunt candidate. So you would like to tell us a little bit about this caste equation, Mahesh, about this Bilava versus the Bunt?
Yeah, of course, caste calculations and Karnataka politics cannot be separated. Caste plays a very important role in Karnataka politics, and that's why the dominant communities like Vakkaligas and Lingayas are in the dominant position in political stages. And they enjoy a significant clout, and that's why we see maximum number of chief ministers coming from Lingayas and then the Vakkaligas. Speaking about Mangaluru, Sara, from the past 3 consecutive elections, Nalin Kumar Katil had won the elections. And in the recently concluded the assembly elections, Congress managed to win just 2 out of the 8 assembly seats. So more than caste calculations here in Dakshina Kannada, it's the campaigning strategy that has been adopted by the BJP and the Congress will be very crucial in this Dakshina Kannada Lok Sabha election.
Right. Thank you, Mahesh. We will come back, but right now we have visuals coming in of our Union Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman. Let's cut to that. Now, let's not forget Nirmala Sitharaman was in severe limelight this time after the budget was presented. And this was owing to the controversy of the I will connect with my colleague Mahesh. Mahesh, you know that this particular topic took center stage. Just before the Lok Sabha elections, we had Karnataka and the Union Finance Minister at war with each other over the budget issues, over the devaluation of taxes, of course, over the release of the drought relief funds. If you can tell us a little bit about it as well.
18,000 crore, Sarah. That is the amount the Congress government in Karnataka has sought from Karnataka since September last year. We even saw the Congress leaders, including the Chief Minister Siddaramaiah and Deputy Chief Minister D.K. Shivakumar, going to Delhi and sitting on protest in Jantar Mantar, demanding fair share of tax to the Karnataka. The Congress has attacked the center on this main issue since December last year. And the matter was even heard in the Supreme Court just last week, Sarah, where the Attorney General requested the Supreme Court not to hear the case and they will settle it within a week. Congress called it moral victory and said that they were hoping to get its justifiable share of amount to the state and the drought relief fund that has been pending since last September. BJP in this front, I think, according to me, definitely somewhere managed to, did not counter the Congress properly, despite the finance minister claiming that the funds that has been given to Karnataka has increased from 2014 to 2024. So it will be interesting to see whether the voters should take this as an aspect before they decide to vote which candidate to be sent for the Lok Sabha this time.
Absolutely, Mahesh. Mahesh, we now have been told that Shobha Karandlaje, Bengaluru North candidate, we have visuals coming in of her taking blessings from Sadananda Gowda, who is the key candidate from this constituency, last time. Now, before we can get into these visuals, let's discuss a little bit about Shobhaka, like she's popularly called by her loyalists. Now, Mahesh, Shobha Karandlaje has been into heavy controversy in the run-up to the Lok Sabha elections. We all know of her remarks over the Rameshwaram blast case that she made, getting into a very, very ugly fight with the state of Tamil Nadu and the leaders attacking her for what she said. If we can discuss a little bit about Bengaluru North, since we're talking about Shobha Karandlaje, and if you can throw some light and tell us, it's Shobha versus academician and politician Rajiv Gowda.
Sarah, definitely. Bengaluru North is one interesting candidate constituency which we'll have to completely, track it thoroughly. Congress currently holds 5 assembly constituencies and BJP 3, which comes under the Bengaluru North Lok Sabha constituency. Out of 17 elections held so far, Bengaluru North seat, Congress has won 12 times and others 5 times. Sarah, It is very important to note here that veteran Congress leader Jafar Sharif, former railway minister, had won the seat a record 7 times. Whenever he had contested the elections from Bengaluru North, he had won it. It was only in 2004 when BJP managed to drag in former Bengaluru Commissioner S.T. Sangliana and gave him a ticket. That was the first time that BJP tasted success in this constituency. Since then, the BJP has maintained its dominance in the constituency. Former Chief Minister Sadananda Gowda has won twice from this seat. However, in just 2 months before the election, Sadananda Gowda went on the record and said that he has decided to take retirement from electoral politics. That created a confusion among the minds of voters as well as the BJP leaders. On the other hand, Shobha Karandlaje was facing stiff resistance from the local BJP leaders in Udupi, and there were a lot of Go Back Shobha poster campaign was launched. So finally, the BJP leader decided to shift her from Udupi to Bengaluru North. Several BJP MLAs, I will tell you, including Ashwath Narayan and many others, opposed Shobha Karandlaje's candidacy from Bengaluru North constituency. However, in the end, BJP leader pacified and decided to ask all the leaders to support Shobha Karandlaje. So one thing that has to be noted here, Sarah, is why the BJP High Command backed Shobha Karandlaje. It's important to note here is that she is the close aide of B.S. Yediyurappa. And when it comes to the Lok Sabha election ticket selection, it's the Yediyurappa who has given the final say in the whole list. So it was on the insistence of Yediyurappa that Shobha Karandlaje has managed to get a ticket.
And cast their vote.
Ma'am, how do you see the NDA's government this time? How they will do? What is your reaction?
I think it's clear people want stable government. They want good policies, progress and development. And for that sake, today people are coming out and they do want to see Prime Minister Modi continuing his tenure. In the queue and also cheerfully saying, oh, you are here, come vote. So it's nice to see so many early morning coming here to cast the vote, and I want as many people from South Bengaluru to come out and cast their vote.
Ma'am, how do you see the NDA's government this time? How they will do? What is your reaction?
I think it's clear people want stable government, they want good policies, progress and development, and for that sake today people are coming out and they do want to see Prime Minister Modi continuing his tenure. In the queue and also cheerfully saying, oh, you are here, come vote. So it's nice to see so many early morning coming here to cast the vote, and I want as many people from South Bengaluru to come out and cast their vote.
Ma'am, how do you see the NDA's government this time? How they will do? What is your reaction?
I think it's clear people want stable government, they want good policies, progress and development, and for that sake today people are coming out and they do want to see Prime Minister Modi continuing his tenure. In the queue and also cheerfully saying, oh, you are here, come vote. So it's nice to see so many early morning coming here to cast the vote, and I want as many people from South Bengaluru to come out and cast their vote.
Ma'am, how do you see the NDA's government this time? How they will do? What is your reaction?
I think it's clear people want stable government, they want good policies, progress and development, and for that sake today people are coming out and they do want to see Prime Minister Modi continuing his tenure. In the queue and also cheerfully saying, oh, you are here, come vote. So it's nice to see so many early morning coming here to cast the vote, and I want as many people from South Bengaluru to come out and cast their vote.
Ma'am, how do you see the NDA's government this time? How they will do? What is your reaction?
I think it's clear people want stable government, they want good policies, progress and development, and for that sake today people are coming out and they do want to see Prime Minister Modi continuing his tenure. In the queue and also cheerfully saying, oh, you are here, come vote. So it's nice to see so many early morning coming here to cast the vote, and I want as many people from South Bengaluru to come out and cast their vote.
Ma'am, how do you see the NDA's government this time? How they will do? What is your reaction?
I think it's clear people want stable government, they want good policies, progress and development, and for that sake today people are coming out and they do want to see Prime Minister Modi continuing his tenure. In the queue and also cheerfully saying, oh, you are here, come vote. So it's nice to see so many early morning coming here to cast the vote, and I want as many people from South Bengaluru to come out and cast their vote.
Ma'am, how do you see the NDA's government this time? How they will do? What is your reaction?
I think it's clear people want stable government, they want good policies, progress and development, and for that sake today people are coming out and they do want to see Prime Minister Modi continuing his tenure. In the queue.
Has spoken. Let's listen to what he has to say.
In the queue and also cheerfully saying, oh, you are here, come vote. So it's nice to see.
ಒಳ್ಳೆ ವಾತಾವರಣ ಕಾಣ್ತದೆ. ಪ್ರಚಾರ ಕಾರ್ಯ ತುಂಬ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಾಯಿತು. ಕಾರ್ಯಕರ್ತರು ಮನೆ ಮನೆಗೆ ಹೋಗಿ ಮತದಾರನ ಭೇಟಿಯಾಗಿ ಅವರಿಗೆ ಹಿಂದೆ ನಾನು ಮಾಡಿದ ಕೆಲಸಗಳು ಮತ್ತು ಸರ್ಕಾರದ ಗ್ಯಾರಂಟಿ ಸ್ಕೀಮ್ಸು ಮತ್ತು ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ ಯೋಜನೆಗಳ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ತಿಳಿ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಖಂಡಿತ ಅವರು ಮತ ಹಾಕಿ ಗೆಲ್ಲಿಸ್ತಾರೆ ಅನ್ನುವ ಅಭಿಪ್ರಾಯ ನಂದಿದೆ. ಯಾವುದು ಲೀಡರ್ಸು ಅದನ್ನು ಕೌಂಟಿಂಗ್ ಆದಮೇಲೆ ಹೇಳ್ಬೋದು, ಈಗ ಹೇಳಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಬರೋದು. ಮಾಡಿ ಬಂದೆ ಅಷ್ಟೇ. ಒಳ್ಳೆ ವಾತಾವರಣ ಕಾಣ್ತದೆ. ಪ್ರಚಾರ ಕಾರ್ಯ ತುಂಬ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಾಯಿತು. ಕಾರ್ಯಕರ್ತರು ಮನೆ ಮನೆಗೆ ಹೋಗಿ ಮತದಾರರನ್ನ ಭೇಟಿಯಾಗಿ ಅವರಿಗೆ ಹಿಂದೆ ನಾನು ಮಾಡಿದ ಕೆಲಸಗಳು ಮತ್ತು ಸರ್ಕಾರದ ಗ್ಯಾರಂಟಿ ಸ್ಕೀಮ್ಸು ಮತ್ತು ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ ಯೋಜನೆಗಳ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ತಿಳಿ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಖಂಡಿತ ಅವರು ಮತ ಹಾಕಿ ಗೆಲ್ಲಿಸ್ತಾರೆ ಅನ್ನುವ ಅಭಿಪ್ರಾಯ ನಂದಿದೆ. ಯಾವುದು ಲೀಡರ್ಸು ಅದನ್ನು ಕೌಂಟಿಂಗ್ ಆದಮೇಲೆ ಹೇಳ್ಬೋದು, ಈಗ ಹೇಳಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಬರೋದು. ಮಾಡಿ ಬಂದೆ ಅಷ್ಟೇ. ಒಳ್ಳೆ ವಾತಾವರಣ ಕಾಣ್ತದೆ.
Breaking news coming in, and this is about a EVM malfunction. That's a technical issue with an EVM booth number 206 that's happened in a KRS village within the Srirangapatna Assembly constituency. Voting hadn't commenced due to this malfunctioning EVM, leaving voters absolutely frustrated as they waited for officials to resolve this issue. This news of
ಮಾಡಿ ಬಂದೆ ಅಷ್ಟೇ.
06, we've been told, where voters were absolutely frustrated, voting hadn't commenced, officials were looking into fixing this technical issue, and you have visuals before us playing which talks about
ಟೈಮಿಂಗ್ಸು 7:30, ಒಂದು ಓಟು ಹಾಕಿಲ್ಲ. 206 ಬೂತ್ ನಂಬರು, ಸೀನಿಯರು.
of polling booth after casting his vote. That's precisely why the scuffle broke out. Cops immediately rushed in. They took the BJP worker away from the polling booth as he created ruckus and started shouting at the Congress candidate from there, Padma Raj. Now we've also been told that this scuffle has has made the Bengaluru police commissioner issue a statement regarding the same thing, only because Padma Raj was speaking 100 meters away from the polling booth where he went and he casted his vote. Visuals before you. We spoke about the EVM malfunction. No, just a couple of minutes back, we had visuals that came in of Shobha Karandlaje, who's contesting against Rajiv Gowda in the Bengaluru North constituency, which is also one of the key constituencies, taking blessings from the candidate of 2019 elections, Sadanand Gowda. Now, let me tell you, this was not a very pleasant, a pleasant equation that both the BJP leaders shared. The camaraderie absolutely going down into the dumps after BJP decided to rest Sadanand Gowda and, make Shobhaka, as she's fondly known by her loyalists, to contest from this particular seat, right? Now, when I was just going through this battle of Bengaluru North, we've been told that, Gowda, Rajiv Gowda. Now, let's talk a little bit about him, actually. He is a professor for IIM, an academician, politician, an ex-Rajya Sabha MP, Reserve Bank of India's board member. He was a central board member, and of course, an IIMB professor with a political background in Karnataka. Karandlaje, on the contrary, is the sitting MP from Udupi-Chikkamagaluru and the Union Minister for Agriculture and Farmers Welfare, who's now fighting her third Lok Sabha election, right? Now, it's very interesting to note in 2019, like my colleague Mahesh was pointing out, with over 15.5 lakh voters casting their votes, BJP Sadanand Gowda won the Bengaluru North constituency, defeating Krishna Bairagowda of the Congress, who's currently the revenue minister, and Baitranyapura's MLA by a margin of about 1.4 lakh votes. That was the contest that took place in Bengaluru North. Now, this particular constituency, is notable for having won that has had the former Chief Minister Kengal Hanumantaya's home constituency until 1971. So you need to understand that this has been a very key constituency. Also, Mahesh, my colleague, pointed out how the veteran Congress leader C.K. Jafar Sharif held it from 1977 to 2004 with a brief 2-year shift to the Janata Dal in 1996. After that, BJP's H.T. Sangliana won the seat in 2004, and since then it has remained with the party. Now, the key factors, let me tell you, while the BJP appears to have an advantage in the seat in terms of MLAs, the Congress only holds, Baitranyapura, Pulikeshi Nagar and Hebbal. The wild card will be the Yashwantpur's S.T. Somshekhar here. So, very, very, interesting battle out here to see that Shobhaka, who herself has faced resistance from her own party workers in Udupi-Chikkamagaluru with posters that read, "Go back Shobha," is now contesting in Bengaluru North, being the close aide of B.S. Yedurappa, right? But the question that we ask here today is, Rajiv Gowda, who is contesting from Congress, who, by the way, India Today SoSouth exclusively spoke to in the run-up to the Lok Sabha elections, very clearly told us that Congress is fighting this election for development. Congress is going to focus on what the common man needs. Employment, we are going to be focusing on providing jobs. We're going to be, focusing on providing, what is essential for the state in terms of development. And by no means do we believe in swaying away from it. He also opened up and spoke to us on some of the key issues which plagued Karnataka in the run-up to the Lok Sabha, right? The controversies that caught Congress when it came to the pro-Pakistan slogans shouted in the Rajya Sabha when Nasir Hussain won. He also spoke about BJP's policies, the Modi wave, and so much so. But let me tell you, will he make it against Shobha Karandlaje is the question. Also, let's go in and listen to Prakash Raj, who has spoken to us, a very interesting actor politician from the state of Karnataka. So Prakash Raj, let me tell you, has always had a very, very hardcore stance, a very, you can say, a staunch critique of the Prime Minister Narendra Modi, very vocal on his social media, especially on the platform X. He ensures that he voices out on each and every particular political topic, be it regarding central government or any of the state governments. He's never shied away. Let's listen into him.
Power to choose who represents me, who will be my voice in the parliament, because this is a vote for the country. A representative who will be in the parliament, who will represent your aspirations, who will make rules for the issues we are going through. And it is very, very important to choose a candidate, a representative whom you believe. Well, and I have voted for the candidate whom I believe, and to the manifesto they have brought in, and for the change, because in today's world, in the last decade, the hatred what we are seeing, the divisive politics what we are seeing, I think we need the change, and I voted for the change. My vote stands for my right, for my power to choose who represents me, who will be my voice in the parliament, because this is a vote for the country. A representative who will be in the parliament, who will represent your aspirations, who will make rules for the issues we are going through. And it is very, very important to choose a candidate, a representative whom you believe. Well, and I have voted for the candidate whom I believe, and to the manifesto they have brought in, and for the change, because in today's world, in the last decade, the hatred what we are seeing, the divisive politics what we are seeing, I think we need the change, and I voted for the change. My vote stands for my right, for my power to choose who represents me, who will be my voice in the parliament, because this is a vote for the country. A representative who will be in the parliament, who will represent your aspirations, who will make rules for the issues we are going through. And it is very, very important to choose a candidate, a representative whom you believe. Well, and I have voted for the candidate whom I believe, and to the manifesto they have brought in, and for the change, because in today's world, in the last decade, the hatred what we are seeing, the divisive politics what we are seeing, I think we need the change, and I voted for the change. My vote stands for my right, for my power to choose who represents me, who will be my voice in the parliament, because this is a vote for the country. A representative who will be in the parliament, who will represent your aspirations, who will make rules for the issues we are going through. And it is very, very important to choose a candidate, a representative whom you believe will. And I have voted for the candidate whom I believe, and to the manifesto they have brought in, and for the change, because in today's... My vote stands for my right, for my power to choose who represents me, who's in the parliament, because this is a vote for the country. A representative who will be in the parliament, who will represent your aspirations, who will make rules for the issues we are going through. And it is very, very important to choose a candidate, a representative whom you believe will. And I have...
We have visuals coming in of K. Sudhakar, BJP candidate who's casted his vote. Now, very interesting constituency and candidate that we would like to move ahead and discuss about with my colleague Mahesh. Mahesh, coming back to you on K. Sudhakar, and can you, if you can throw some light and tell us a little bit about this candidate and about the constituency. Can you hear me, Mahesh? All right. While we connect to my colleague Mahesh and talk to him about Chikkaballapur, this constituency from where Dr. K. Sudhakar is a contestant representing the BJP in this election, let me take you to that seat and talk about it. A little bit about Chikkaballapur. Now, Chikkaballapur is a stronghold of the BJP, right? And Congress has only won once in the by-election here. The first election in this seat was held in 2009. And the constituency comprises of 8 Vidhan Sabha segments. You have Kundapura, you have Udupi, you have Kop, Karkala, Sringeri, Mudigiri, Chikkamagaluru, and Tarikere. In 2019's Lok Sabha elections, let me point out, BJP candidate Shobha Karandlaje contested from this seat of Chikkaballapur. And the person who came second to her over here was Pramod Madhavraj of Janata Dal Secular, that is the JDS. And Shobha defeated Congress's Jayaprakash Hegde by a margin of 181,000 votes in the 2014 elections. In this election of 2014, Shobha Karandlaje won from Udupi-Chikkamagaluru seat. And here we're talking about K. Sudhakar from the BJP contesting this time, who's gone and casted his vote. We had the visuals coming in. Do we have my colleague Mahesh who we can speak to? Mahesh, can you hear me? All right, we do have a slight technical glitch here, but we will concentrate still on Karnataka's 14 seats going to polls today. Southern part, all Mysuru region in focus, and we have Bengaluru region in focus. 2.88 crore voters coming out and exercising their franchise to vote across about 60,302 polling stations, we've been told. Now, we also will have, while people are casting their vote, we spoke about an EVM malfunctioning that took place in Mandya, right, in booth number 206. We were told that the booth there was some problem, technical issue, which frustrated the voters, had the officials look into it. Then we also had BJP workers, getting into a scuffle with Bengaluru cops. This was because Congress candidate Padmaraj went and spoke or gave a bite to the media 100 meters away from the polling station. So these were some of the breaking news that came in that we discussed with you about Padmaraj, the candidate of Bengaluru, Congress candidate, and we spoke to you about the Mandya EVM malfunctioning. Now, as we talk about Karnataka's, first phase of voting with 14 seats going into the fray, the focus is on the southern parts of the state. And we're going to be talking to our colleague Mahesh, who's going to be telling us about K. Sudhakar, Udupi-Chikkamagaluru seat, which I just spoke to you about, how it's been a stronghold of the BJP, and so much more. If I have to give you some more interesting details, if we have to move on and talk about some of the key poll planks, what's at stake for the Congress and BJP, let me tell you. The ruling Congress is banking heavily on its 5-poll guarantee schemes. Now, what are they? Free bus travel for women, an incentive of rupees 2,000 per month that they've provided, free rice and power supply schemes, as well as the unemployment dole. Now, all of this, something that the Congress has been literally fighting its battle, very confidently saying, we have delivered what we promised in the 2023 assembly polls. So there is no two ways about it that this time, for the Lok Sabha elections of 2024, we're not going to win. They're saying that we are very confident about our victory because we've delivered on the guarantees. And moving on, the Congress is also trying to create awareness on My Tax, My Right campaign. Well, in which it has accused the centre of showing stepmotherly attitude towards Karnataka in the devolution of central taxes, grants, drought assistance. My colleague Mahesh also threw light and told us about 18,000 crore rupees that were sought. Now, there was a lot of dilly-dallying that took place ahead of the Lok Sabha polls, right? Nirmala Sitharaman, Union Finance Minister, and the Union Home Minister Amit Shah, who kept saying Karnataka leaders are lying. They are lying that the drought relief fund has not been provided to them. On the other hand, you have the Karnataka government, you had Siddaramaiah and DK Shivkumar, who went all the way to Jantar Mantar, held a protest there, and demanded an answer to be given as to why Karnataka, being one of the largest contributors of GST to the central government, was given this unfairly treatment. That is exactly what Karnataka government was questioning the central government all about. So this My Tax, My Right campaign that the Congress is key poll plank that they are using this election also speaks about how this stepmotherly treatment has been given to Karnataka. So why should people go and vote for the BJP is what the Congress is asking. While the BJP is countering this election with the narrative that the guarantee schemes are all bogus and temporary. They are not going to help anybody in the long run is what the BJP is countering the Congress on when it comes to the Karnataka state elections. Now, they are riding heavily on Prime Minister Narendra Modi's image. The JDS, meanwhile, is trying to push the point that their leader, H.D. Kumaraswamy, is the architect of Ramnagara, and it was carved, as a district under his chief ministership. That's exactly why it becomes a do or a die battle for HDK and the JDS. Let's not forget, after its severe drubbing in the last year's 2023 assembly polls, JDS has got to win the 3 seats this time. It needed the BJP very desperately in the run-up to the Lok Sabha polls. Hence it went, extended an olive branch, said we want to align with you. We want you to come into Karnataka. And Karnataka, let's not forget, is the gateway to the south for the Bharatiya Janata Party, the NDA-led BJP party. They have said that we will hit 50 seats in total in the southern states this time, and we will make inroads. Now, we had Tamil Nadu that just got over in the first phase, right? And this is the second phase where we have Karnataka as well as Kerala, which are voting today. All right, let's connect with my colleague, Mahesh, and finally get to K. Sudhakar, contesting from the Udupi-Chikkamagaluru BJP candidate, and him giving us some information about why this is one among the key constituencies and why is K. Sudhakar a key candidate. Mahesh.
From Chikkaballapur constituency on a BJP ticket. And against him, against him is young Congress leader who was the former youth Congress leader of Karnataka, Raksha Ramaiah.
Right.
See, there was a stiff competition among the Congress candidates when it comes to Chikkaballapur. Former Karnataka Chief Minister and Union Minister Veerappa Moily was one of the key candidates who was eyeing to get a ticket. But in the end, on the insistence of DK Shivkumar, Raksha Ramaiah got the ticket. And when it comes to the BJP, the stiff competition between Sudhakar and Yelahanka MLA SR Vishwanath's son, LOK Vishwanath. After a huge open fight between Vishwanath and Sudhakar, finally the BJP High Command weighed on the both of the candidates and finally gave the ticket to Sudhakar. Despite that, Vishwanath had openly accused Sudhakar of not working for the people during when he was a medical education minister and health minister during the COVID. And finally, it was the high command that has to intervene and convey strict message to Vishwanath that he will have to work for Sudhakar and ensure victory of the BJP candidate. Chikkaballapur candidate constituency is a bastion of Congress, Sara. And only the BJP, Congress and the JDS have been winning the constituency. It was only in the 2019 elections when B.N. Bachegowda, the sitting MP, was elected from the constituency. But the dynamics changed after the BJP denied a ticket to Bachegowda's son from Hoskote in the 2023 assembly elections. Later, Sharad Bachegowda contested as an independent and won from Hoskote against BJP candidate and finally joined the Congress. So after this scenario folded out, B.N. Bachegowda completely disassociated himself with the BJP and started associating with the Congress. So this led to the BJP to find for a new candidate. As Sudhakar had lost assembly election from Chikkaballapur constituency, the ticket was finally landed in his kitty.
Right. Right, Mahesh. So, that was some crucial information that you have given us about this particular seat. That is the K. Sudhakar contesting from Udupi-Chikkamagaluru. But you know what? Now we would also like to see some visuals of our Home Minister of Karnataka, G. Parmeshwar, who's casted his vote. R. Ashok, we've been told, has casted his vote. These are some of the details that are coming into us. Also, we've been told that Tejasvi Surya, BJP's candidate from South, is praying, offering prayers at home. Now, I would like to touch base with Mahesh and talk to you about this star campaign that happened with the BJP state president of Tamil Nadu, Annamalai, very recently in the Bengaluru South constituency. It took the constituency by storm very recently, where you had these two youth leaders of the BJP contesting for the party. Annamalai, placing his bets on Tejasvi Surya, coming all the way to Karnataka, where he has served in the IPS cadre here, and saying that this is the kind of leader you need when it comes to Bengaluru South. Not just this, we also, let's talk a little bit about Tejasvi Surya. Mahesh, if you can, bring some details on this constituency where you have our Minister Ramalinga Reddy's daughter, Soumya Reddy, contesting against Tejasvi Surya. You can tell us a little bit about this seat.
Definitely, Sarah. First, let's talk about Annamalai and Tejasvi Surya combination. Definitely, as you mentioned, Annamalai had worked in Karnataka for a long time before he decided to join politics. But one more interesting thing that we have to note here is Tejasvi Surya is the Yuva Morcha president of the BJP. So whenever there is a need for the kind of protest that BJP needs to organize, it is the Tejasvi Surya who is responsible for it. And his right-hand man, or the mentor, you can call him, has been Annamalai. So they have together went ahead and protested in various locations across country, including in West Bengal, especially during the West Bengal assembly elections. So they have that camaraderie between them. So that's why we saw a lot of hectic campaigning they did together during the run-up for the Lok Sabha elections. Coming to the Bengaluru South constituency.
Go ahead, Mahesh.
Yeah. Tejasvi Surya is a Brahmin, Sara, and Soumya Reddy belongs to the OBC community. This constituency has always voted for the BJP, since 1977. It was the only instance in 1989 when former Chief Minister late R. Gundu Rao won the Lok Sabha elections. Since 1991, the BJP has won the elections in this constituency for the straight 8 times.
Right.
So this constituency includes, Govindraj Nagar, Vijay Nagar, Chickpet, Basangudi, Padmanabhanagar, BTM Layout, Jayanagar, Bomanhalli. So now, interestingly, BJP has won 5 seats in the assembly elections and Congress has retained 3. So even in the assembly elections, Soumya Reddy lost the election by just 16 votes against BJP candidate C.K. Ramamurthy. So now what important thing that has to be noted here is, on one hand, Tejasvi Surya is seeking a re-election based on the developmental works that he has done. On the right, on the another hand, Soumya Reddy is seeking election for the first time based on the work that she has done in Jayanagar constituency between 2018 to 2023. So when it comes to politics, both are relatively young leaders and both are educated enough who can connect with the IT crowd, which also several IT, big IT industries, including in the BTM layout, Vijayanagar, Jayanagar, and Baswangudi. So there is a the fight between the two candidates here. It will be interesting to see which way the voters will vote. Interestingly, Sarah, in 2014, former Infosys co-founder Nandan Nilekane had contested Lok Sabha election from this constituency in 2014 on a Congress ticket, but he had to face a humiliation defeat against Anant Kumar. So you can understand a person like Nandan Nilekane losing election, what the voter mindset is. But as they say, every election, every day is different. So the current scenario is different. So we'll have to watch out in which way the voter turns up.
We will come back to you, but we have R. Ashok, BJP leader, casted his vote and who's spoken. Let's listen in.
So, this nation of the people, and especially in the Karnataka, they have to vote for the nation building or nation development for the nation. This is very, very prestigious election. So I think people of Karnataka will vote for good person. So I voted for good person. So I think Karnataka people vote for the good person. I thought Hrudayavanta, something good man, any good man. That type of vote will necessary for the country. I think the people of Karnataka, they will vote for good party and good worker.
What do you want to say, first time voters?
Yeah, I will congratulate first time voters. Please come and vote within 11 o'clock. That is my request to the Karnataka people. I think everybody, already everywhere I saw in the queue. I also stand in the queue also. So good response is going on in everywhere. I heard the message of Karnataka. Everywhere good response is there. So I think so the people of Karnataka will select good persons.
It's Kian, right? Afrin, Mysuru Sign. S-C-I-O-N. Mysuru Sign. We have Yaduvir Vadiyar, who's casted his vote, BJP candidate, who replaced Pratap Simha. And we have visuals coming in of him casting his vote. I would like to connect with Mahesh, my colleague. Mahesh, yet another key battle, yet another key constituency. Mysuru, tell us a little bit about this.
What the Pratap Simha, the sitting MP, has termed it the fight as. Sara, the Mysuru Lok Sabha election is one of the key constituencies we have in our list. It has 8 constituencies, including Madikeri, Virajpet, Chamundeshwari, Krishnaraja, Chamarajnagar, Piriyapatna, Hunsur, and Narsimharaja.
Right.
Why Mysuru is important here is because it is the home district of Karnataka Chief Minister Siddaramaiah. It is a prestige battle for him to ensure that his candidate wins. or else there are several section now within the Congress who are eyeing to replace him. So it will be very interesting for him to ensure that the Congress candidate M. Lakshman wins from the constituency. However, it will not be so easy for the Congress candidate to win, as Pratap Simha has been winning the seat from the past 10 years.
Right.
Pratap Simha in 2019 managed to get 1,38,614 votes, and Congress CH Vijay Shankar had managed to get only 5,50,327 votes. Despite the Vakaliga wet belt, Sara, this one seat has managed to ensure victory of BJP candidate for the past 10 years. Apart from this, BJP has almost no presence in the southern Karnataka belt when it comes to Lok Sabha elections, when in the Vakaliga belt of the southern Karnataka.
Right, Mahesh. Thank you so much for those details, Mahesh. Mysuru, yet another key battle with yet another key candidate, Vadiyar, Yaduvir Vadiyar from the BJP. And like my colleague pointed out, we will have to watch out very closely when it comes to Mysuru as well. 14 seats out of 28, which are going to polls today, polling in full swing in Karnataka. Let me tell you, so far, we had a lot of celebrities from various fields which casted their vote. We had Sudhamurthy, we had cricketer Rahul Dravid, we had politicians from various parties, who casted their vote. And let me tell you that Karnataka is the gateway to the south for the BJP. Very crucial battle. They want to enter the southern part of India through the state of Karnataka. Their ambition is 50 seats, is what they've said in southern states. Are they going to be able to achieve this is the question that we see. Or is Congress going to recreate its 2023 assembly elections magic? That is what we will have to wait and watch, because we have another phase that's going to come up. Well, we will come back with more live coverage of the Lok Sabha elections 2024 from the state of Karnataka. For now, I am Sara Fazil reporting for India Today's SoSouth.